All right, so now when it comes to the mix elements, one thing I like to do quite a bit is to use what's called a Haas effect. And there's another plugin by Kilohertz that is just simply called Haas, and that does it quite nicely, but I'll show you how you can do this with just a simple Ableton delay. So sometimes I feel like when I'm panning things left or right, once something moves to one pan direction, I feel the other side now is empty, and I want to have a counter to balance it out, and then I end up with too many layers. What I like to do is to use this Haas effect to kind of take that element out of the center and just split it down to the sides, leaving my middle channel focused. And I'm talking about like mid-side stuff here. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. Our main chords are super stereo, so that is what it is. I'm not going to play with the drums just yet, but in the case of, say, this melody, and I feel like that could use some reverb or something first. Let me do that real quick. So sort of everything's in the center there. If I take it just to one side, it's just going to feel like the right side is lacking. So what I'm going to do instead, and I may pan some elements, but I can take the simple delay. I'm going to put it before the reverb. And essentially what a Haas is doing is it's selecting one side on either the left or the right channel, and it's then delaying the opposite channel by just a common parameter would be just 4 or 5 milliseconds. So I'll show you how to set that up. I want to turn the filter off. I want to turn the dry wet all the way to wet. I want to take the feedback to 0. I want to take the sync off both channels and move those down to 1 millisecond, which is the lowest. And I want to unlink them now, which will put the second channel into sync again, but I have to click that again to unsync it. Now if I want to delay from one channel to the other 5 milliseconds, I'm going to set this to 6. And let me play you this element here soloed, with and without. So here's without. Now here's with. So I find that really nice to create some 3D spaciousness in the mix without using 3D sort of synthesized plugins and things. And your phase will stay in correct correlation with this, which is a nice thing because we want to watch out for our phase. So I'm going to start having a play with this and seeing if I can get some things moved out of the center. Now with the second one, I may just end up panning it, or I may do something similar. I'm going to just pan that for now, but I need to remove all those lows, so I'm going to high pass that quite a bit. And I wanted to bring out a little bit of that nastiness that I like. And I may just pan this a tiny bit, even though I've got that Haas hat. That's giving me a nice stereo effect there.